There's a new season of Porsche Cup here. Look at the field, it's absolutely stacked. Champions everywhere you look. And it's Icon leading the way. And a new season is underway, Division 1. Let's get going, Icon. Good start as usual. Slice on the outside. Might try and take something. Pan Am's in third, the reigning champion, the defending champion. Katz is in fourth. Bally 7 steps. Arps as well. But it's Icon. Pan Am on the inside of Slice, just pushing him out the way there. And he gets through into second for now. Going to be stuck on the outside though. And that's costing him. He goes out wide, and there goes Katz through as well. So Katz taking third. Pan Am down to fourth. 7 steps in fifth. Julian's now in sixth. And Pan Am's gone wide again. So that's going to give 7 steps the path through. So 7 steps now to fourth. Pan Am's gone backwards here from third up to second momentarily, and then down again. Fifth, and now here comes Julian on the inside. Does he go for the move there? Lap 1, you've got to be opportunistic. New season, new expectations, new impressions. And who's that spun in the background? Is that Damien? I think it was Alex. It was Alex. Alex spins off in the background. So all kind of carnage going on here in the first round of the season. Division 1, these are the best of the best in action. You've got champions everywhere you look, as I said before. I mean, you only have to look. You've got 4 champions right here. Icon, reigning Super Formula champion, Sliced, former champion in wet multi-class, Group 3 class. Pan Am, the reigning defending Porsche Cup champion, and Cam, who's in 7th place right now, is the reigning GCR GT Elite champion. So 4 champions right here, and they're doing battle in the division. And even the guys that aren't champions, these guys nearly perfecting their craft. Very interesting season to come. But Icon doing his bit right now, holding on. Let's look at Slice on board with him. You can just see Icon out front. So Slice is back. Can he keep up with him? And the same situations as before. 30 minutes of racing, 30 minutes of action, and then Sliced a little bit wide there momentarily. And that might bring Katz back into play. He's not far behind either. So these 3 just creating their own little pack right here. Pan Am's in 4th now, ahead of 7 steps. Julian's just behind. Then it's Slit in 7th, who's overtaken Cam. And can Cam do anything to come back against him? Here he goes to the inside. He finds his way to the inside, and he'll be side by side. And Cam might have this done as we go into turn 1. And there goes Cam later on the brakes. Cam up into 7th again. So he gets his revenge, he gets his get back. And Cam looking to advance his way forward now. 7 steps a little bit wide there, but he gets a good exit. And I think that's what he wanted to do. So the Red Bull Petronas team, I mean, they're doing things, aren't they? They're doing things. Obviously, that team extremely decorated. One of the predominant teams in WSRA history. Obviously, GCR GT Elite Constructors champions. Many wins, podiums. And that team, of course, is stacked this season. Look at them. They've got the likes of Cam, 7 steps. And Cam's been their golden boy as of recent. 7 steps joining the fold for Porsche Cup. Also cannot forget Driver H. I mean, he is the boss of the team, so of course he's going to be there. He's always there. Julian remaining in 6th place here. I think Katz is closing in on Sliced as well, so Icon's beginning to drop the 2 behind him. Katz is gaining on Sliced here, and he might be fancying a move. Let's look on board with Katz. Typical of Katz that he always got the windshield wipers activated. That's how you know it's him. And he is getting closer to Slice right now. Or to the grass a bit, that's going to cost them some time. You know, they made a statement when they signed Katz. They're contending this season, they want to contend. I think Katz is the kind of driver who can contest for wins. I think amongst the likes of Slice, Icon, Pan Am, 7 Steps and Cam, I think Katz is definitely the one who's a bit of a dark horse, a bit more unproven than the rest of them, especially in this league. If you know what I mean. We know the pace of Icon, we know the pace of Slice. But Kat's a little bit more unproven than the rest. But he's proven he can hang with them. Icon has dropped them completely though. Look how far up the road he is. Katz is back for round 2 though against Slice here. Look at that, way later on the brakes. And he's reeling him in again. Slice doing a bit more to pull away though. He needs to start digging deep at this stage. Only lap 5. Already got 1/6 of the action completed. So it's getting a bit technical right now. So stalemate between these two right here. Kat's still trying to do his bit to stay with and hopefully catch up to Slice. Pan Am's holding this train here. Obviously you've got 7 Steps. Then you've got Julian. 7 Steps might look to the inside there. That's going to be a bit ambitious, especially in this high-speed corner. Cam is catching up to Julian as well behind, so the Red Bulls are doing their bit to attack here. They're beginning to predate the cars in front of them. Obviously Pan Am in front in the Project 3 car, so he looks to be the front runner for Project 3 this season. He's gained a bit of time on 7 Steps though, to be fair. Katz is still trying to get closer to Slice. He's just remaining in just outside of striking distance, I'll call it. Cam's looking like he might be able to take it here. Julian runs wide. Julian runs wide there. Momentary lapse of focus, and that gives Cam 6th position. And that's the thing with Cam, he doesn't really make mistakes that often. He's purely just consistent, and that's what rewarded him in GCR. He was just consistent the whole way through. You can't really be sleeping with Cam. So with that then, we keep going on. Pan Am continuing to head this train, and I think you've noticed as well, Katz has lost sight of Sliced a little bit. He's kind of drawing back where he was before, and that's costing him. So with all of this holding up that Pan Am is doing, this is going to allow both of the Red Bulls to close in on him. And he's got to do a lot of defending, because obviously I'm not sure if the Red Bulls would like this. I'm pretty sure they think they can go faster than the speed they're going right now. So 7 Steps is going to have to start making a move. Here comes Cam already. Look at him, he's already on the tail of his teammate, and 7 Steps lets him by then. So they invert the cars. 7 Steps lets Cam go ahead and Pan Am on the gravel. So Cam's job might be made a little bit easier by that. So the Red Bulls elects Cam to be the lead car on the track then. So I think they're going to hope that he can pave the way through, and then 7 Steps can follow through likewise. And it's weird seeing Cam and 7 Steps as teammates, because I mean in GCR Elite they were rivals basically. Cam's getting closer towards Pan Am. But doesn't seem like he's getting close enough. Not yet, at least. Let's ride on board with him. He's really close, actually. also Brands Hatch. You can't forget that this is the home track of a lot of the drivers in the grid. Cam, Cats, the British drivers, the British fans, they love their drivers. Trying to put on a show for them right here. Cam on the inside. Bit of hesitation. And that hesitation costs him the chance to get up into 4th place. Nearly had it. And he just lost it there. That's the closest anyone's been though. So getting past Pan Am. Again though, he's recovered quickly. Finds his way to the inside. Not quite there. He's almost there. He's almost there. And Pan Am lives to fight another day, but good exit from Cam right there. Here comes another chance. How does 7 Steps see this one? Surely you've got to be cheering on your teammate, roaring him on. And Cam again looks to the inside, but it's not going to be enough. Again we look and it's all about Cam getting closer, trying to make the move. But he just can't seem to do it right now. He finds his way to the inside again. Pan Am's all out of shape. Cam to the inside, and again he hesitates. Doesn't go for the move. Again though, the door was left open by Pan Am. I think you can also see how, I mean, am I correct in saying this? Is Cats right back there again? He is back there again, so Cats isn't too far away once again, but Pan Am is again having to defend from Cam. I mean, Cam is not giving him any sort of breathing room. 7 Steps has kind of fallen back from this. I think he made a mistake at the last corner, went a little bit wide, so that's cost him some time, but still. Here comes Cam once again, finds his way to the inside, surely has to go for it this time. Pan Am defends again. Cam is going a little bit wider, taking a wider line, cutting underneath, trying to at least. And Pan Am is just doing his best to keep him behind. It's frustrating, it has to be frustrating. And we've seen many a battle like this back in the old GCR days. But Chaconas was getting held back by Clone all those times. You just couldn't find a way past. No matter what Chicona did to attack, Clone had a response in defense, and that's just the nature of this track. Cam's having the same problem. It's really hard to pass at Brands Hatch. That's the thing, you have to set it up. You have to spend time just crafting the move. It's not going to come naturally. Here comes Cats though. This is his best shot here, on the outside. Can't get it done. This is what I mean, it's too hard to pass here. And Cats has been waiting for nearly 10 minutes to make that move right there. Wasn't quite going to happen there though. Cats is still there. If he can set this up on the exit, he could have a chance. Ah, poor exit for Cats. It's not going to work out just now. And I think Cam isn't close enough either this time. So the defense is good from everyone, but then again, they're just being helped by the fact that the track is narrow. It's very fast flowing. There's not many chances to outbrake your opposition. And when you make those moves, it's going to be high risk, high chances someone ends up in the grass, someone ends up in the barrier. You have to be taking risk if you're going to make a move and overtake. Cam does it look to the inside there again, no. Chooses not to. If he can set this up here, he has a good chance. He needs a good exit. Cats is into the pits. It's true that we're reaching the halfway stage, so strategy is going to become a factor in this race. Cam finally, does he have the move outside? Cam switches underneath, that's impressive, and that was genius. Cam gets it done. Up to third now. Net fourth, but third on the track. Pan Am down to fourth. 7 Steps. He's next in line now, but I don't think he's close enough just yet. So Katz exits this in 6th, just ahead of Zlit, who's in 7th place. Bal is now in 8th place. That was a good move from Cam though, well engineered. He did a good job with that one. And Pan Am, for all the defense, you have to commend it though. It was good defending, but you had to think that eventually the move was coming. I mean, Cam was just so much faster, so much more confident, that you knew he had to make that move once. And it wasn't about going down the inside and, you know, taking a risk. It's just about letting your opponent make the mistake so you can now seize the opportunity and it'll be easier. So Pan Am is in, undercut attempts possibly on Cam. 7 Steps follows him in. Slice is also in from 2nd. Let's see what Katz can do then. Will Katz beat out Slice? I think he has a good chance here. He put on the medium tyre, which makes sense. Medium and medium. And is he ahead of Sliced here? He is. Katz is being sliced out. So Katz is now up into net 2nd place. Slice has to do that. He has to get past him. The same mission that Katz had to get past Slice on track, and he failed it. Slice is now going to have to do it with success, and he's got less time than Katz did as well. Only 13 minutes to get this done. Pan Am has pitted, is in 5th behind Sliced. 7 Steps behind him. Bal is now in 7th place, having not pitted yet though. 7 Steps is on the soft tyre, that's weird. 7 Steps on the soft tyre. So the question becomes then, when does Cam pit and what tyre does he choose? Half-second penalty as well, so it's costing him time. Staying out like this is costing him time, but I see what he's doing. And there was a spin, there was a massive off there. Who was that? Was that Arps? The big off. Don't think any damage on the car though, good for him. So we can continue on. Cam though will... I think he's been forced here, his hand's been forced. He's going to have to stay out for as long as he can now, and then just put on the softs at the end. I'm assuming maybe one more lap he stays out, and then boom, he goes into the pits, puts the soft tyre on, and then it'll be a race just to catch Pan Am again. I think Pan Am will definitely beat him out in this current state, because look at the laps that Pan Am will set. We'll see it when it comes up. The lap that he will set, the first push lap, the out lap was really fast from Pan Am. But let's talk about the next lap. That's going to be a real indication of how fast he's going. So Cam now serving that half-second penalty. That's going to put him half a second down. Icon's pitted. Icon should comfortably still be in the lead because he built up such a gap. Cam is also in then. So he pits now, and I think soft tyre will be coming on. Let's look at Icon then. Does he put the soft tyre on himself, or does he go for the medium again? It's medium. No, it is soft for Icon. So Icon puts the softs on. Cat's coming through now, as is Sliced. And so Cam's now out, and it's going to be soft tyre, surely. Man, he is miles ahead of Pan Am, and it's medium tyre for Cam. So I guess since he's that far ahead, doesn't need to take any risk with the soft tyre. So, well, Cam has... I thought that Pan Am would be way up on him there. He's actually not that much up. Spinner was Arps, nearly got in Cam's way there for a second. I thought that was Cam that went off. So Slice then, the mission is again to catch Cat and then eventually pass him. Can he do it though, is the question. Just over 10 minutes to go, and that's around what, 7 or so laps, 8 or so laps. So he's got around 7 laps here to try and catch Cat and then pass him. Catching him is one thing, and passing him is a whole different task. As we see, Cat's tried so many times to pass Slice, Cam tried so many times to pass Pan Am before finally succeeding. So it's not going to be easy for Slice to do it, but a driver of his caliber can certainly get it done if he needs to. He's look behind, see if there's anything else going on. Bali's still yet to pit. He's going low. Now he goes in. So 2/3 of the race on that medium compound. And I think surely it's going to be a soft tyre stop. Quickly into the box and boom, tyres are changed. J-Ben. That whole operation is top notch. Been top notch, obviously. How many champions have they had this year, 2025? Obviously, Icon in Super Formula and Mateus earlier on the season in multi-class in LMP1. Constructors champions in Super Formula as well. They're a team that knows what's going on, and Bali exits in 9th place on the soft tyre though, crucially. So they're beginning to encounter lap traffic then. That might play into Sly's hands. He needs to get past Daichi quickly though. And he does there. He goes round him, lets him by. Blue flags were shown. So I guess that's the one hope for Slice, is the lap traffic play effect, because if it does, then that means that obviously he now has a chance to get closer to Katz, and then hopefully half the job is done for him. But again, the nature of Brands Hatch is that you get really one opportunity to overtake. You have to take that opportunity and just pray everything goes right. Because again, it's a track of fine margins, Brands Hatch. One mistake and that's your race over. And Cam isn't even too far behind Slice as it is right now anyway. So again, it's going to just be about the fine margins here when it comes to making these moves, making these overtakes. Got to look around for more battling going on. We're not really seeing much though. It's quite a stalemate at the moment. The strategy really did rear its head and provide some shifts. Now it's just about seeing it through to the end. No mistakes. Icon is way out in front. So for him, it's just about seeing it through to the end. Soft tyre as well, so he's still posting some fast laps. Obviously that 23.5, mental. And he's set for 24.1 there, and again, that's another mental lap time. Katz though is flying 24.8 last time. Not too shabby, especially on a medium compound. Big slide there for Katz as well though. And it shows the confidence, but also, man, can't really take in those risks. Especially just over 5 minutes to go now on the clock. On board with Slice. Race once in GCR Elite at Tokyo Expressway and took victory effortlessly. Got pole in that one as well, so if you ever needed an idea of how fast he is, that's your idea. So he just needs to catch Katz right here. But again, it's easier said than done at this track. Katz is touching a lot of grass though. I must say, he's touching a lot of grass. You know, I was going to be talking about, let's think about the driver of the day. It's been an interesting first round. First impressions have been set in stone now, you feel. As I said, so many champions here, so many winners. race winners, podium sitters, pole sitters. These are the best of the best on the track right here, and I mean, if anything, this round has just showed us Icon is a class above everyone else. I mean, he's definitely one of the pre-race favourites, but again, to be dominating by this much is mental. So I think Icon has to be driver of the day thus far, barring any mistakes. Icon, he has made a few of them, but 2025, that's been all about really just ironing out the creases, really. You're seeing less and less of the mistakes and just more just domination from Icon. I mean, Cats and Sliced doing their thing, second and third right now. So either way, sitting on the podium, standing on the podium in the first round, Division 1 of the Porsche Cup, that says something as well. You still got to count yourself into the conversation. And Sliced is gaining here. It's not over and done with just yet, you know. Also, Cam isn't too far behind them. Not long left though. Cam's running low on fuel. Cats is again just kicking up a load of dust. But you can get away with it. They didn't get away with it actually. I spoke too soon. That's going to be crucial then. Half-second penalty, and he has to serve it in the next corner. And that's, see how Slice is just leapt into action right there. Because I think he's going to lose second, you know. I think Cats might lose second place. Let's see. He's slowing down. He has. He's lost second. Big shift later on in the race there. Cats loses second position. Now it's about can he gain it back. Let's see. We're on board. That's a big gap to overcome. Let's not forget as well that Cats pitted earlier than Slice did, so the tyres are a little bit more worse for wear, and you know he has to get aggressive. Anything he can to chop up, to cut down the time. You think about it, you've got essentially 2 laps to get this done now. Both of them on the dirt. Cats, can he try and reel him in? Oh, that's it. Surely that's it. How on earth did he save the car? How did he save the car? So we're on board with Sliced again now. Just trying to see, man. Like, how was he doing this? How was Cats not off the road? Look at him, he's how was he not losing the car? I don't know how he's still not hit the barrier yet, man. This is amazing. So we're on to the last lap now. Icon's also on the last lap. And I just think, yeah, I think if you can just see it through to the end now. Everyone in the top 3, just see it through to the end. Cam must have made an absolutely mental mistake because, I mean, is he fuel saving? I think he might be fuel saving, you know. One of the two, because Pan Am has absolutely drawn him in. The Pan Am, he's locked in, he's focused, because he knows this is the last lap, this is the only chance he's going to get into fourth position. Here comes Pan Am. Does he get aggressive here? He's got to set this up. He's got to set this up for this straight here. This is the straight that's going to decide it for Pan Am. Can he get the move done here? Last lap. Only time he's going to get a chance to have the move and to make the move. He sets it up. He goes wide on his approach and he's like he pushes him wide there. And Pan Am is on the inside taking it. Pan Am takes the position. Icon wins. Icon takes the win in a dominant fashion. Never lost the lead at all. Slice gonna take second position. and it seemingly got given to him with the penalty that got applied to Katz. So Slice picks up second place, Katz will take third place, and Panam with a late last lap pass takes fourth off of Cam. So Cam fifth, 7 steps in sixth. And it just seems that you can never ever count Icon out at all. I mean, you can think, oh, you know, the skill level is up in this division, but he just keeps producing performances like this, just to show you that he is one step ahead of the game. It's going to take a big effort to beat Icon this season, I think, after a performance like that.